electronegativity. I shall define what is an electronegativity, electron gain enthalpy, electron affinity and electronegativity. Now this is going to be the absolute property of individual element, absolute property. There is a meaning in saying what is electron affinity of fluorine. It has sense. Electron affinity of any element in the periodic table. It is an absolute property. It is a relative property. What is the electronegativity of fluorine? The question is incomplete. What is your IQ value is such and such. It is a relative property. Compared to, I am definitely much brilliant. I am definitely much brilliant than my younger brother studying in UKG. Yes, definitely. Definitely. So it is a relative term here. When I say what is electronegativity of oxygen, electron affinity, it has a meaning. What is electronegativity of oxygen? It is incomplete. With reference to what? Are you comparing with the hydrogen here? Or are you comparing with the fluorine here? When compared to hydrogen, it is more electronegative. When compared to fluorine, it is less electron. It is electropositive. Oxygen is electropositive. Therefore, it is a relative term. Now, let us try to visualize, understand in this particular context. We have already seen electron affinity. It is an individual atom. You add an electron to the last shell, and we see energy is released or energy is absorbed. And that tells you the attraction towards this. Now, electronegativity, let me take hydrogen and oxygen in water, hydrogen and fluorine in this molecule, hydrogen and nitrogen in ammonia. Write it. Hydrogen and, let me write hydrogen and OH, electronegativity, hydrogen and carbon, CH3, methane. This is water here. This is HF, ammonia, methane, and so on and so forth. Now, when you compare in the case of, let me take up the group 14, carbon, hydrogen and carbon. Group 15, hydrogen and nitrogen. Group 16, hydrogen and oxygen. And group 17, hydrogen and fluorine. Now what about, in all these cases, hydrogen holds delta plus. There is no charge separation only in the case of hydrogen and hydrogen, isn't it? It is identified as homonuclear diatomic molecule. We have already mentioned it last class. Homonuclear. Which holds a delta plus? None of them. Where do you see the electron density? Exactly in the center. So none of these two atoms get a positive charge, negative charge. But here, one element is going to be more electropositive. This is going to be more electronegative. This is going to be delta minus, delta minus, delta minus here. But the quantum of the value of delta minus increases. Let us say this could be 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8 or 0.9. What does that mean? Now let me take the electron density is going to be not exactly in the center. Supposing this is the central point, the electron density is here, slightly more towards this. And this is going to be the central point, let us say, and electron density is more towards this. It is more towards fluorine. Now you see here accumulation of a pair of electrons. Are they not represented by means of a single bond? Single bond contains how many electrons? 2 electrons. A pair of electrons, A here and B here. And where do you find the pair of electron? If the pair of electron is found towards B, or if the pair of electron is found towards A, we say this is more electronegative, this is more electronegative, this is more electronegative than B. It depends on the position of the pair of electron. Is attracted by which atom? Which atom? And that is electronegativity. It's a measure of electron affinity. Electronegativity is a measure of electron affinity. Now, how do you express that measure of electron affinity? It depends on which atom is going to attract the shared pair of electron. So, it is nothing but attraction towards the shared pair of electron. shared pair of electrons. Shared pair. That shared pair is called the sigma bond. Shared pair of electrons. Attraction toward the shared pair of electron. If the attraction toward shared pair of electron is B, we say B is more electronegative. Now you understand this is going to be related to a term here. Same way, that is what I mentioned here. The electrons are going to be almost towards the fluorine, because that is why fluorine is going to be more electronegative. Indirectly, electronegativity tells you it is a measure of electron affinity. Quick chalno. It's a measure of electron affinity. Okay, you have taken down that, and that is called the electronegativity. And as I told you, in the case of F2O, we write which one of the way. This could be one more question. I want to write the fluorine oxide. Fluorine oxide this way. No sir, it is incorrect. I want to write this way. Or I can write both the A or B, and fluorine oxide cannot be written. So I framed a beautiful multiple choice question now. Which is right here? Should I? OF2. OF2, correct. Why OF2? As per the IUPAC nomenclature. More electronegative element on the right hand side, more electropositive element on the left hand side. By definition, IUPAC. HCl. Even though you are tired of writing HCl, you have to write that way. Even for a change, you cannot write ClH. Sodium chloride, NaCl only, not ClNa, as per IUPAC. Therefore, this is going to be the formula. So, if it is going to be OF2, what is the name of fluorine oxide? Oxygen fluoride. Good. Oxygen difluoride or oxygen fluoride. That's the IUPAC name. Oxygen difluoride. The name of this IUPAC name is oxygen difluoride. Why fluoride? Because fluorine is more electronegative. Why is it more electronegative? Because shared pair is towards the fluorine atom.